Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our discussion today with me, Tarangga W in the Everything Everyone All About movies. So today we'll talk about something different and fun because we will talk about a social class topic in the film Triangle of Sadness. So there are Mrs. Kholin and Alia as the speaker. Hello, Miss. Have you joined us?
Hello, Mr. Tarangga.
Okay. Um, Maybe for a good choice, I invite you to immediately start the presentation right now. I will help share the material. Please wait. Thank you.
Thank you, moderator, for the time given to me to make a presentation. So, today we will discuss a film called Triangle of Sadness by Ruben Ostlund. Why are we interested in discussing this film more deeply? Because this film received an 8 standing ovation and won the Palme d'Or and won an Oscar this year. This film also explicitly shows how the differences in a person's social class are represented by several characters, from the rich, officials, and lower-class employees. And we took the theme of social class analysis from the film Triangle of Sadness. Next. Ruben Ostlund worked on a film with the appearance of a frontal assault on the super-rich and on the capitalist system in general, which has enough rates and riches abundant to compensate for its lack of subtlety. The film was released on 21 May 2022 at Cannes Film Festival 2022. Next. Because we analyze social class from this film, therefore we refer to social class according to Max Weber. According to Weber, the basic category for distinguishing classes is wealth, and the factor that creates class is economic interest. Weber distinguished three kinds of social class stratification: upper, middle, and lower class. The division is influenced by the relationship of power, honor, and wealth. Next. The following figure shows the order and the position of the social classes and is named of Triangle of Classes. Next. And the first class is a lower class. A lower social class is a group of people who occupy a low position in the power hierarchy, class hierarchy, and status hierarchy. In the movie Triangle of Sadness, who belong to the lower class are shown by the place of ship employees who are at the bottom with a cramped and stuffy condition. They are also treated unfairly. For example, during the scene where Carr and Yaya are sunbathing, there is one of the ship's technicians who is shirtless, which makes Carr jealous because Yaya keeps looking at the man. So Carr complains about it to Mrs. Paula, a vice captain. Because of the complaint, the technicians was fired on the spot. Therefore, the class differences in this film are very clear, and the oppressed are, of course, the lower class. Okay, that's my explanation, and the next presentation will be continued by Alia.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Alia, who will continue my college presentation. Okay, next we will discuss about middle class. Okay, middle social class is a group that is in the middle of the upper and lower class. In this film, the social class is represented by the ship employee who work directly with the guests as upper class. They have power over all matter relate to ship rules, but their position is not higher than the visitor. As contained in one scene, which show that they are asked to swim during the working hours by the upper class and they still can move. And their position as employees and only above the worker, immigrant, but not higher than the upper class. Next. There is an example of scene that explains the middle class in the film we are discussing. Next. Okay, next we will discuss about upper class. Upper class is a social class that consisting of people with the highest social status, usually the wealthiest member of society and wielding great political power. And this social class is represented by guests, upper class, who have power with unclear goals. He orders Alicia Ship's crew to switch position to guests without ignoring Alicia's approval first. And this is not allowed because the ship's crew is prohibited from swimming in the visitor pools. Next is example, the upper class in the film we are discussing. Next. And conclusion. So it can be concluded that Ruben Ostlund's work is a satirical comedy drama film which shows the social class of a group presented on a yacht with all forms of conflict as a depiction of class difference among the three social class stratification according to Max Weber, namely upper class, middle class, and lower class. So that's all my presentation. Then I will return to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for Mrs. Kholin and Mrs. Alia. And for the next section, maybe for the audience, are there any question? Let's feel free to share your question. Maybe you can turn on your microphone right now. Thank you.
I wanna ask some question. My name Erly Ramadhani, and my question is your material is use social theory from Max Weber, right? So, can this discussion use social theory from Karl Marx? Thank you.
Okay, maybe Mrs. Kholin, you can answer the question maybe right now. It's your time.
Thank you, Ms. Erly, for the question. So the question is, can this discussion use social class theory from Karl Marx? And answer is, it can. But the social class divisions are slightly different with the bourgeois and the proletariat. The bourgeoisie in this movie is represented by the wealthy Russians who are the visitors, and the proletariat is represented by the ship's employees as a whole. Thank you.
Okay,
Enough. Thank you, Miss Kholin.
okay, that's good question. And then any more question? Maybe? It's feel free to share. Here we go.
Okay. I have a questions. My name is Rizka Rahma, and the question is, why is it called a triangle of sadness? Can you explain it to me? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Rizka. Maybe Mrs. Alia, we answer that. It's your time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rizka, for your question. I will answer. Your question is why is it called a triangle of sadness? Okay, I will answer. Even though they had a luxury on board, their pleas for self-indulgence revealed their lack of contentment, which eventually turned into actual misery that swept over them like that. Is it clear, Ms. Rizka?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Alia, for the answer. Maybe any more question? Yeah, you're still free to share your question right now. If not, yeah, maybe we can cover it for discussion this morning. Thank you very much to Mrs. Kholin and Alia as the speaker and for all the audience. We hope today discussion can be useful for all of us. And for those of you who want to see the film, you can subscribe it to KLIKFILM as the platform who provide the Triangle of Sadness film legally in our country. And then thank you very much for joining us and keep supporting the world's film industry. See you the next time. Thank you.